All right. So, I guess I'm not doing these every single day because I didn't do it yesterday. So, just gathering up the various pieces and bits and pieces. Because today is, let's see, here's another one. Yay. Since I'm working on the individual figures from the wall and my collection that I have multiples on, which of course mean variants, because I have variants of many figures. Though there are a couple of figures that don't have any variants other than some minor. I'm just making a mess. Messy. Clean that up later. So, but yeah, multiple figures, multiple variants, multiples of everything, and more multiples of a same figure, the more chances of a variant coming. But most of them are just been like paint modification. Like I've got a Dengar that's got an unpainted leg armor piece. So, well, it's not a variant of the actual figure. It's a variant because it's a painter, and those are common also for a lot of the different figures. But there are some variants because they are painted or they're not painted, like the molded leg Han Solo and the molded boots Rebel Trooper. One of the main variants for Leia is the hair, and some of them have blue hair. I don't understand. I can't really tell the difference on them, but I've got a handful of different Leias here. Maybe that's it, because this is shiny brown. Really, maybe that's just as simple as picking one up and looking at it. All right, well, this is a no COO Leia with white hands, white painted hands, and a dull black hair. So, cape's a little dirty, but I mean, really, because the rest of them are all cream color or flesh color, but that one's white painted hands. Interesting. You know, you buy a bunch of figures, and eventually you start going through them and seeing what you actually have, and then you come across what may actually be one of the variants you don't think you ever had. That's black also, but not matte black. I mean, this is... I'll have to take some actual photos of it, but this is a flat black hair Leia. This is freaking... This is with no COO. That's... And I just had her sitting in my freaking box, not in a clamshell on the wall. I may have to change that. So, I've got, I would say 4 complete Leias, because they have the cape and the blaster, which is, oh my god, the Leia blaster was probably the first thing I ever lost. It went back down the back of a dresser, and that was it. And that was, you know, so, and this one might be a repro. God, that's real. I don't know. The repro thing on here is just so insane. It really is. It's so hard to keep up on these things. I mean, and it is nuts how many people are just faking this stuff out so they can sit there and make a buck. Because the black blaster for Leia, the original Leia is just so insanely high priced. It's more than the cost of the figure. So this is a nice glossy Hong Kong. So I have Hong Kong and I have no COO. I don't think I've got a Taiwan, Hong Kong, yeah. But the I'm going. They're in order of release. So the first ones would be Luke, Leia, R2, and Chewbacca, because they were they were the first released in the 4-pack that you would get with the early bird. I never had the early bird thing. Mine came in boxes, in bags, in little brown boxes. Because I remember when I got mine, when they first came out from Sears. I got the first. I know I got the first 12. Because the other ones didn't come out later. So I got the first 12, and it was a vinyl Jawa, which I lost that cape too. Sad. I don't know how many of these are real and how many of these are repro. Kill me now. So, because I do have the baggie of repro, but as far as variants go, I mean, this is also flat black. Where's this one at? Is it flatter? This is almost blue. So both these are flat black, but this is almost blue. This might be the infamous silver hair one they were talking about, or blue hair. I don't know. This is flat black. And then some of the variants I think also have on the belt, I've heard, I think. That's almost a brown belt. That's a brown belt. That's a black belt. That's a matte black painted black belt. So this is the white hair and handed Leia, no COO, flat black hair, and flat black belt. So, I mean, that might be how they did it, and it might be a Lily. This might be a Lily Letty. I don't know. Does anybody know if this would be considered a Lily Letty with no COO, where it's been scratched out? You can see almost the country of origin on there, but it's been scratched. In the painted hands and painted belts, black, flat black hair. So could be a Lily Letty. That would explain the difference on that. But yeah, I think all the rest of mine are all Hong Kong. I don't think I've got I do have a painted face. My sister sent me this with a bunch of other figures, a bunch of beater figures. I don't know what she paid for them. She sent them to me for Christmas. So there are a few decent good figures in there. Yeah, I don't have a Taiwan Leia. So I'm sure there are. I'll have to see if I can get one, add it to the wall. As far as these Leias go, I think that's all I've got. It's just this many. Got the drink. I know I've got some fake Leias in here with all the different fake weapons and accessories. I don't think I've had any more Leias in any displays of the original. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different Princess Leia figures in the whole series out of the 90s, out of the 98, which isn't bad. I think Luke's got 7 different figures. Han's got 5. So Luke has the most different figures of Luke, as far as farm boy and pilot and Jedi and whatnot. Then Leia and Han, I think, are tied. And then you got three different R2s and three different Landos. And I think that's about the rest of the original, where you have different figures of the same character. There's different versions of, there's only one Chewie for all of it. There's only one Vader for all of it. There's only one Stormtrooper. There's only one, well, you got Snowtrooper, Speeder Bike. So you have different troopers, but they're all unique as well. But there's no other figures that have the same base figure with multiple costumes. Blue and red Snaggletooth, I guess you can consider, but that was a completely different screw up on Kenner and the companies involved. Because and then you have the Bespin Trooper, which you have the white Bespin Trooper, the Asian-ish, because they call it the Fu Manchu mustache, and then you have the black one. So of that one, you've got three distinct different versions of the same character, because they had different versions, different in the on screen too. So I've got a lot of different Vaders, but we only have the one Vader, which I guess they could have done. Oh, and of course you can, if you consider Anakin as a Vader variant, maybe, because it was a ghost. But yeah, I'd have to see if there's a different Taiwan layout. And for that, God, they got the book. The book. So if you've got this thing and you haven't been referencing it, I don't know, what are you doing with it? Does it just sit on your tabletop there and that's it? So let's see. These are all card backs. These are all, that's R2. Supposed to be Leia. Let's see. This doesn't specify. Points of articulation 5. Original price $1.99. Oh my God! You can't even touch one right now for that. The Defender pistol. That's what they called it. Yeah, I don't. Let's see if I can. Oh, Vader's got a flip out. Why does Vader got a flip out? Oh, look at all that. Because Vader's got so many different variants too. And even on so many different card backs. Good God. Stormtrooper. Alright, Snaggletooth. Boba Fett. Yes, I do have the tri-logo Boba Fett. Alright, where is it at here? Where, I thought they had... Where, did I miss it? What's going on here? Wish books. Wave E, Wave B. What is this? Oh, the checklist of all the different packages. They really broke this thing down a lot, didn't they? Alright. Oh, they have some up-close pictures of the different weapons and stuff. They're all actual sizes too, so you can take the blaster, let it put it on the thing. Where's Leia? There's the Jawa. Oh, there's Defender Sporting Blaster Pistol. So dark translucent blue. Alright. I'll have to look at these and see later. Get too much into the book, you start losing track of what you're doing. All right, let's see here. All right, here we go. Here's what I'm looking for. J, Empire. Okay. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Yeah, people pretty much lost their minds when that series came out. All right, Leia. So we have Hong Kong. There's a Taiwan. So I'll have to see if I can find a Taiwan. Because I don't have one. But I do have a Think a Little Lady. But they aren't listed in this book. This is only the U.S. variations. Because I asked them about it and they said only U.S. variations. So. But the guys did shoot me a DM on Twitter and asked me about the yellow-eyed, because I've got two, which you'll see when I do get to him, but he wasn't in the book, and I can't find any information on the yellow-eyed IG-88. But this layer is definitely gonna have to go on the wall because I'm thinking this is a little lady. Because even the chest is flat as far as paint. Because the rest of the figures, I have a gloss to them. This one, and the legs are glossy, everything's shiny. This one's a flat black, and the face is like perfect. There's no paint loss on the head or anything. So. It's amazing what you can find when you actually dig through your stuff and you discover that you've got a little lady. We'll have to take his pictures of that and see. But yeah, so I got to get a Taiwan Leia, and that'll give me the trifecta, I think, because that's what I'm trying to get is the different versions and the different COOs, like. R2 has, I'll have to look in there, and well, it wouldn't list the little lady one, but R2's got Hong Kong and Taiwan. I know that because I have both. Vader, I know I've got some China ones, and that's right. Oh, that's right. And so I need a Taiwan and a China raised bar, because for some reason China's always raised bar. I got a bunch of Stormtrooper and Death Squad Trooper raised bar China as well. Is this one of them? Nope, but it is I'm guessing little lady as well, because there's no COO on him. There is, but it's been rubbed out or filled out, and there's no chest emblem. But I'll get to that when I get to them, because I've got a lot of Death Squad troopers, Death Squad commanders actually, because I got a couple in that vehicle. I've got a whole bunch of them in the Death Star, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on my Death Star. That's a lot. Plus 2 more in there is 8. 3 more up there is 11, 12. I think I got a couple in there, and in the boxes. So they might be pushing. I think I may have more of him than I do the Stormtroopers. No, I do have 2 Stormtroopers in here in my display case with my dewback. So, but you know, when you actually look at your figures and you're going through them, and you buy a bunch of them over the years, and you know, with your original ones, because one of these has got to be my original Leia. I don't know, because the cape ripped, blaster was like the first thing to be gone. So, I know one of these 2. Gotta be my first one, my original. You know, the paint losses, it could be either one of these. So, yeah. But yeah, you just keep buying figures to fill up your stuff, and the fact that you want multiple versions, because these things they're always so cool. And the joy of opening up one, going, this is so perfect and it's awesome, and I need more. Or like, it's like crack. You always need more. So, hello. taffy. I found a whole big bag, like a 5-pound bag of taffy on Amazon. It's so soft and good. Taffy. But, I mean, I get these done every day. It may be a day or two between. But the next one is going to be R2-D2. And I'm only going to do the solid dome because we're going in line. And I only have, because even though like on the card back, they'll have the solid dome, they'll have the sensor scope, and then the last ones would be the lightsaber. They didn't list each R2-D2 on each card back, but I'll talk about that later. So, Princess Leia, one of 5 Leias in the line. I think it was 5. I might count again. But, finding that diamond among the rest of them. I'll have to take some detailed pictures of her. Post them on there. Like, look what I found in my collection. But, so painted face, go back in the box. Back in the box. People want to cringe. Take a $100 and some figure and just kind of toss it away. That's about what she's worth. Maybe 160 now. Pushing more and more because, people who have them are not giving them up as easily unless they got to sell or somebody passes away. I've seen a lot of times where a friend has passed away and when the family gave the friend the Star Wars because, they don't know what to do with it. They could try and sell it, but they wouldn't know. Take it to a toy store. They're, a vintage toy store, and they may not be able to give you what they're worth. They won't give you the whole cost of it, but even if they don't give you half or, 40%, so they can make some money on it, they may not have that much in cash on hand to be able to do it. A full set of Star Wars, it's not cheap, especially if they're all in mint condition, complete, grade worthy. As each thing goes up, the price goes up, and sometimes that price goes way up. So, but I think that's gonna be it for now. These are my different Leias. I have 6 Hong Kong ones and 1 little lady. So I need a Taiwan and a raised bar. So that's probably what I'll refocus on next as I fill up the wall. And I've got the full set. I just need to work on fleshing out to 3 each. So, but that's it for today. I'm going to watch some TV and go to sleep because work sucks. We're getting busy and we need more bodies. So if you want a job, hey, come get a job. All right. Well, tomorrow or the next day, I'll be doing R2. See how much I sleep after work because I'm getting old. I'm tired. Later.